streaming, whatever the fuck.
Cool.
Feel
Now I'm
free
gonna
to yell
bash
at
Andy
the audience.
Jaworski. Got a virtue signal, so everyone knows I'm on the right side of history.
Oh.
Right? Isn't that what we're supposed to do?
Yes. But
I mean, like, I think maybe he should be reminded to calm down a little occasionally. Just stop spurging out as much. I think both sides
He,
need spurging out.
well, he's not on either side.
Oh, no, he's not really. He's being the Keemstar of this situation.
I
Well,
missed Keemstar. We should have brought Keemstar
He had
back.
Medicare on and somebody else, and they were the guy that got banned from Magic for Life. And the guy was talking about how he found a bunch of pedophiles either being charged for sex crimes or convicted, and they're Magic judges, where these events are, you know, have a lot of children there. And they started a Twitter campaign, and basically all the people who were watching the live stream kept adding Andy Jaworski and making threats to Hasbro in Andy's name about how Andy was going to come and get them. And if you watch the live stream, it's quite funny because you can tell, like, maybe 30 minutes into their Twitter campaign, he looked like he was fucking scared that he was gonna get visited by the Mounties, right? He's in Canada.
Oh, is Andy a Canadian?
Yeah.
No.
He looked like, I think he lives in Toronto, but he looked like he was actually starting to get scared of the all the threats that they were sending to Hasbro in Andy's name, saying like Andy was gonna come fucking kill him and shit. They were photoshopping him into like Nazi uniforms and also like giving him weird nicknames, like Andy Race War now, or Andy Race Worski.
Yeah, I remember something about that.
It was very funny. Medicare's like the only time I've seen him actually be compassionate towards another human being was like, it's gonna be okay, Andy. It's not that big of a deal, as he can tell. So if you can imagine Medicare who fucking makes fun of everybody, especially kicking people when they're down, was reassuring him. That's how bad it got for Andy in that live stream. It's quite hilarious.
I think that's what happens when you have a bunch of spurgs as your audience, though. There is only chaotic neutral in the world of the internet. There is no alliance. There's no Jedi alliance of good people on that just everyone. Yeah, everyone's a victim. Like everyone's game, fair game on the internet.
That's true.
Oh, well, yeah, they should be.
But a lot of people don't expect that when they have an audience that agrees with like 90% of what they say, and then they say something one day where their audience doesn't agree, and they have all these like.
Well, that's what happens when your mom raised you in bubble wrap. If you actually went out and experienced the world and got your ass kicked in real life a couple times, you wouldn't be bothered by things that people say on the internet.
I've never found myself bothered. I found myself like, just like, no. Do you know when you just sit there and read and you're just like, no, that's not how this, okay, I'm just gonna go somewhere else away from.
But have you ever had your ass kicked on the schoolyard?
I mean, I've been beaten enough. I've been beaten up enough people in my life to know how to throw a punch.
Well, there you go. That's what I'm saying. There's a lot of people who have not, because their parents wouldn't let them go out. And basically, were under adult supervision their entire childhood, and now they're adulting on the internet. They don't realize the internet is nothing but a community of assholes.
So
they're either going to tease you and make fun of you, or try to steal your money.
Well, so all the people that were bullied in real life are now bullying other people on the internet.
Well, not just them. Those bullies are also, you know, diversifying.
You gotta diversify that bully portfolio if you really, want to like make it in the game.
Exactly. See, she gets it.
My favorite internet phenomenon is the fuck, what's the word I want?
Race war?
Race war now. Perpetual victims. They're my favorite group of YouTube. personalities.
Yeah. The perpetual victim. They're constantly making videos about how they're being bullied and harassed, how bad this is and how bad that is.
Like sarcastic?
So, like,
No.
it's these
Like,
flint
the ones who do
heads.
it seriously.
Oh, the SJWs.
For the
No,
most
because
part,
there's some left right wingers that do it as well. Paul Joseph Watson has begun to start that bullshit.
How so?
He just likes to like accuse everything of like shadow banning. It's like, no, my tweet didn't get this many retweets. Shadow ban.
Well, it's actually true. That's not playing. Twitter really, like, literally has done that. I've been logged in 2 different accounts and tweet things, and then go into that my Twitter feed, and it never shows up. Right? Or retweet to, or not retweet, but tweet at somebody, and then look at the list of tweets that are in there, and then it'll have them all in the timeline, but then mine will be at the bottom. Because I don't have the proper opinion. Not that it bothers me so much. But with somebody like Paul Joseph Watson, it's really noticeable because you're talking, you know, thousands upon thousands of names difference from all the other tweets when it starts happening.
Yeah. He just.
Because he didn't get unpopular, people still like him.
No, he just bitches a lot though. Like.
Well, he is British. That is what's British.
Yeah.
Is he?
I mean,
I thought he was American.
No. Have you not heard him go, leftists?
No?
It's like his catchphrase. It's like the only thing he ever fucking says.
No. Imagine my shock is his catchphrase.
Then left.
That's
Oh,
left.
Paul Joseph Watson, not Philip DeFranco. What am I thinking?
Oh,
I like Philip DeFranco. He's pretty chill.
yeah.
Pretty
He's
or pretty?
pretty far on the left with his political views, but I still like him.
He's kind of like me. He's socially liberal, but like kind of like also at the same time being rational and being like, no, we can't just shout at people because you're offended. Like maybe chill out a little bit. I'm a sort of, you should be free to do whatever you want to do as long as it doesn't infringe on anyone else's rights. But
As long as I don't have to hear about it on a daily basis.
yeah, but everyone else is free to tell you you're a dickhead as well. And you're free to call them a dickhead right back.
Yeah. It's not the world we live in, especially your country.
Oh.
I heard you guys wanted more hate speech laws.
Look, do you know what's terrifying? If you go on,
More terrifying than hate speech laws?
no, it's the hate speech laws, but what if you go on the Crown Prosecution,
Right.
which is the governing body for laws,
Right.
and hate crime, so hate speech, hate crime, they're both undescribed terms. They are nebulous legal terms that have no definition.
Well, they have to be. That's how totalitarian government works.
But since the enforcement of hate crime law, like stringent hate crime law in about 2014, the arrest rate has gone up 30% and the conviction rate has gone up 70%.
Didn't you guys arrest Count Dankula because his dog fucking Hitler, what's it called? Heil
So
Hitler?
Scotland has
No, listen. Your laws arrested an individual because of the actions of his dog. That's when I know.
I know. It's fucked. But to explain that is there's an issue even more so in Scotland and Ireland because we had a lot of identitarian terrorism religiously. And we had like Catholic persecution of the Jews, blah blah blah. Like there was a lot of religious troubles in those countries. So anything to do with anti-Semitism, like anti any sort of religious shit, you have to treat it as like a really serious crime by their law.
So wait, how is a dog doing Heil Hitler religious?
It's anti-Semitic.
How can a dog be anti-Semitic?
No,
I
it's his
think
words,
so.
because whenever he would say something like gas the Jews, and things like that, those are anti-Semitic statements.
Okay, but so did they arrest him for saying "gas the Jews"
For the whole video.
for the whole
Teaching the
video?
dog to Heil Hitler and to react to anti-Semitic statements, as well as the anti-Semitic statements.
I see.
Which, as a Jew, I will say he did not make any anti-Semitic statements.
I thought the video was funny, and I'm like
I did
half
too.
Jewish, half Asian.
See, that's the thing is, you know, maybe you could make the argument that he made anti-Semitic statements if he said, we should gas the Jews, right? But he asked questions like, want to gas the Jews? And then the dog would bark, stuff like that. It's hilarious, right? I would still find it funny, even if he phrased it differently. I mean, I find the actual anti-Semitic YouTube videos, I find some of them pretty funny too. Don't bother me. But the government going out and arresting somebody and putting them on trial for a hate crime, I'm really offended by that. I think it's time to liberate Britain. What do you think? American Revolution 2.0? This time we're taking it back to the Isles?
I think like we should just kick like all of our government out right now and just let anarchy roll for like 5 years and see what happens. And then if it goes bad, America can take over. And if it goes well, we'll just stay the way we are.
Just start a letter writing campaign to the Queen and tell her, yeah, it's time to take back.
Yeah, basically, we're just gonna like we're gonna let anarchy rule with a monarch figurehead.
Right? It works in Kuwait. Right?
I mean, it's going great there, so.
It is.
It's not going actually too bad, to be fair.
Well, compare them to the rest of. I mean, compared to like Western society, no, they're not doing great. But compared to the Middle East, you know, all of their neighbors, they're doing wonderful.
They're not Dubai. They're not, you know.
Right. Yeah.
But they're still in. Aren't they still part of the United Arab Emirates?
Kuwait?
Like no.
Well, it's funny. Like if you go there, well, when I went there, like there are people wearing man dresses and women wearing hijabs, but for the most part, you have very Americanized, wearing jeans. They're listening to the music, driving the BMW. It's a lot like Southern California, throughout the fucking all the big cities like Kuwait City.
It's kind of like,
it's like all over. It's not a repressive regime, right? So it is a sultan. It's basically a king, but there's no oppressive authority going on there, which is why there was that ISIS attack like a year and a half ago in Kuwait where they shot up the beach. It was because women were out there in bikinis and stuff.
Not
even.
even.
Wanted to destabilize them. And it's like, yeah, it's the same things that Britain's going through. So clearly they're doing something right. Security isn't one of them, obviously, but they're westernized enough that they're seen as, you know, one of the westernized countries. Like
it's kind of like Morocco in that way. Because for a Muslim country, Morocco doesn't get.
It's richer in Kuwait than Morocco, like across the population. I'm sure there are plenty of rich people in Morocco.
Yeah, especially in like Casablanca.
Yeah. Kuwait across the board, it has a higher average income, I would imagine. Sometimes there's a lot of wealth being thrown around.
Them oil-rich sand nations.
Literally oil-rich. This dude was he bought a house. He saved up his money and he bought this house. It was like a cheap house outside the city, and then he was going to hand put in a pool, I believe, either a pool or a fountain. And he started digging in his backyard. Oil literally started coming up out of the ground. Now he's a fucking millionaire.
Isn't that the story of the Beverly Hillbillies?
Yeah, actually, yeah. very much. Well, no, they. What are the Beverly Hillbillies? They owned the land already, and then discovered oil. This guy bought a house, and oil just started coming up out of his backyard.
I bet the real estate agents were like,
yeah, they're like, we could have made so much money on that sale. We should have put in a fountain before we sold the house.
Every good house needs, and now that real estate's policy is every house needs a fountain. I'd have to have, like, some sort of, like, running water in somewhere so arid. But I think that's just my juice sinuses. We are quite wiry about humidity.
You said your Jew sinuses?
No.
Wait.
Right.
Jews love complaining about, like,
Everything.
yeah, but especially humidity. Like, oh, my sinuses, it's so humid.
It's true.
It's why they got gas, man. They just complain too much.
Ouch. See, now you're definitely going to get my channel fucking flagged for anti-Semitic hate speech.
Oh, I'm already calling up the British police.
You can't be anti-Semitic if you are Semitic.
So are you Semitic?
Well, we'll let your MP sort that out.
I'd like to see him try and arrest a Jewish person of color in my country. I'd like to see him try. I've also got epilepsy, so I can pull that disabled card as well.
Forward.com, which is everybody's most trusted name in news. Can Jews be anti-Semitic? 83% on the poll said yes. So, looks like you're fucked.
Yeah, but that's because they're goys. Gentiles always talk shit, man.
Oh, I see.
There is no shortage of Jews not liking other Jews.
But to be
really
fair,
like
have you met Jews? Have you met Jews? Of course we don't like ourselves.
Nope, I'm still hearing us Jews.
Because I'm Jewish by blood.
There you go. Do you remember when the SJWs tried to call themselves S-Jews so they could get more victim points? And accuse the opposition of being anti-Semitic? That never took.
Just why though? Why would you, like, stop?
Why would you stop what?
Just stop saying S-Jews, like...
Well, they actually started calling themselves S-Jews to throw the anti-Semitic card at the opposition, so that they could basically be like, oh, they're trying to persecute us like Jews. Because
I don't
they're
think
Nazis. That was their
anyone
plan.
has really cared ever in history about that much about the persecution of Jews. Otherwise, it wouldn't keep happening.
Yeah, I would say it is the most accepted form of bigotry in the world. Like anywhere you go, there are places where they just murder white people for being white. Still more acceptable to be anti-Semitic there than to kill white people.
It's just everyone's a player hater, man. That's all. That's all it is.
They're just jealous of success.
Just because you ain't God's chosen people, it's not my fault.
That's the one that always gets the Christians. It's funny.
I know, I love it. You killed Jesus! Yeah, we did. My bad.
I thought the Romans killed Jesus. That's why they're running
No.
the religion. Once you kill, you can take
No,
them.
we kind of were like...
No, there was a vote. There was a democratic decision.
Yeah, we were like, may this mistake be on our heads and the heads of our children. If he is the son of God, but we ain't buying this
So we're
shit.
fine. He's a false prophet. You know the moral of the Jesus story is, don't come between a Jew and his money. That's the message.
Don't what?
Don't come between a Jew and his money.
Because he kicked the moneylenders out of the temple?
Exactly.
That's what started all of this.
Money, I guess. The evil corruption that's known as money.
Also, don't call yourself the King of Kings in a system in which that is treason, because treason carries a death sentence.
It still does in the UK. It's the only thing you can get the death sentence for. High treason, not just kicking a swan. Kicking a swan is treason, though. So.
Well, yeah, this is what I was saying. Like, when people try to tell me about how Jesus died for us, it's like, no, he didn't. He died because he committed treason. Sorry, should I just worship everyone who commits treason against their country? Like that doesn't sound like a good basis for a religion.
I mean, I accidentally kicked a swan once, and I'm pretty badass, so you should worship me. I committed.
Wait, why aren't you allowed to kick swine? I mean swan.
Because they're protected animals by the Queenie Queen.
Who's
Yeah, well, you can still shoot an Irishman. From the.
Of course.
What you can say, so there's a bridge in Chester city centre. Oh no, it's a Welshman. Excuse the wrongity. You can shoot a Welshman at midnight as long as he's wearing war colours. So that
I don't have a big problem with the Welsh.
no, they're pretty
killing the Irish. I mean, let's not pretend they're have the same dignity and rights that we do.
Oh, they try. They try, bless them.
It's funny because I was told calling people monkeys is racist. And I was like, cool. And they're like, you hate black people. And I was like, whoa, I ain't crossing the line. I'm talking about the Irish. Right? That's where that originally started. That's what the British people were referring to the Irish as being subhumans, being the missing link in evolution.
Yeah, we weren't very nice to the Irish, sorry. We were kind of dick. Like, during the potato famine, we just, like, kind of sat there at the border eating fuck tons of food. Like, what, boy? What?
Oh, what was it?
You want some food? Maybe you should trade with us. England are dicks. We are the dicks throughout history.
A Modest Proposal. You ever read that? That shit was funny.
No.
It was Jonathan Swift, and he wrote it because of the British response, but it is a satirical piece about how the Irish should just eat their children. It's quite funny. I took it as serious art.
Have you read that? Have you ever heard any of, it was one of my fucking pet hates, oh, what's his fucking name? Did Rivers of Blood. That guy.
Go on. We don't want that.
Google.
Are they British?
Yeah.
Is it Enoch Powell?
Yes, Enoch Powell. He pisses me off because, like, he's like, let's bring all the Caribbean people in to work for cheaper because we've got all this labor shortage.
Nope.
And then all the Caribbean people came in and he was like, nah, we don't like brown people anymore. Let's send them all home.
Well, I mean, he corrected his mistake. You can't hold it against him. People make mistakes, but at least he fixed it.
They've never really been a problem in society, like Jamaicans and Caribbeans. Like, they've never been much of an issue. They integrate quickly. Here, no, I mean here, like, they integrate really quickly.
Not in Miami.
Oh, obviously there's a lot of, like, crime in those areas, but that's just immigrants seem to, like, ghettoize everywhere, anywhere.
You said ghettoize?
Yeah, like, they section off and they tend to go into poorer, lower income areas. If, like, be that from their cultural differences or, like, institutionalized racism, like, I can't tell you which thing makes people go off into those communities. but it's what you see happen with immigrants. Of all nationalities, like we have gangs by Muslim men, we have gangs by Polish men, the Irish, I'm sure the Italians, especially Eastern Europeans, they love a good bit of gang violence.
Gang bang violence.
That's more than Muslims. They're the rape gang.
Well,
see, over here we're more diversified. You got the blacks, the Mexicans, and I'm sure the Asians have probably done it, but just not as much.
Oh, we do loads of crime. We're just very good at not getting caught.
Oh, I'm just talking about the Yankees.
We do that shit with like motorbikes and samurai swords. It's so cool the police don't arrest us.
So are you Jewish, Asian, Irish?
Jewish, so Asian and Irish on my dad's side, and Jewish and Sicilian on my mum's side.
So just straight
Jewish.
trash.
Jewish, German.
Just like, what are the worst cultures of the world, and let's just combine those into a human being? Is that what your parents were thinking?
Basically, yeah, that was the plan.
What does that coat of arms look like?
It's not a pretty coat of arms. Make it worse as well, Ukrainian Asian. So
wow.
Trash Eastern European Asian. So it's a weird mix though. I think that's why I've got such a weird face.
See, this is what we need to bring back. I think we should make this the thing here. We should all design coat of arms and sigils for our families.
Nice.
Start
Then you can represent
start talking
what you
about
want.
heritage. Yeah, exactly. We start talking about heritage, and they'll call us all Nazis. But we're a very diverse crowd.
I'm okay.
I mean, I think we cover everything, but like actually Africa. I don't think we have anyone who's from Africa.
Like real Africa?
No. I mean, like most.
No, in this group, we have people from every continent.
I mean, Sicilians have a bit of African in them.
No, not that.
And they are.
Yeah, not like that. I'm saying we have people who live in South America, Europe, Asia.
Oh,
Australia.
whereabouts in South America?
In South America, Brazil or Brazil. We have one from Brazil, and then there's another one. I think he's from Portugal.
Portugal's in Europe, though.
Not Portugal.
Puerto Rico?
We do have someone from Portugal. No. Not Colombia, Peru.
I always I thought I wasn't very good at maths and science, not very good at geography. And for the longest time I thought Portugal was in South America.
We do have a Portuguese guy in here too, actually.
Kung So Flu?
Oh yeah, he left. Never mind.
No, he's still here.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
just not hanging out in chat because he's in the gay agenda, which no longer exists. But
Not the gay agenda.
yep,
Well, he's never online.
just because you guys shoved him into a weird place, and now he doesn't come online because he's got nothing to do.
Well, he would just sit in the voice chat by himself for like 12 hours.
He just wanted someone to talk to. He's an unemployed European youth. What do you want?
Well, when I did try to talk to him, he was first, and then we started making fun of him.
All right. Well, look, he wanted to. Touch
Me and
his
Sinok
brother's-
genuinely were trying to hang out with him. All right.
All right.
It wasn't just an attack. He was just being weird.
I guess that's.
Europeans are weird. You gotta be gentle with them.
Yeah, I guess so.
We can't help it. We're just sensitive. It's all that art and culture we have as as people.
I thought
Americans don't.
it all down.
No, we got a little left.
All right.
There's still some England left for that fire.
Exactly. So we haven't burnt all the books in the Great Library yet.
I wonder if Rome is taking any refugees.
Like Vatican City?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
No.
Vatican City aren't. Rome are though.
Well, Rome is Italy. We know they are. Vatican City is the papal state.
Well, why not? Aren't they all part of the same religion? Shouldn't they want to
they have
welcome
20. They have 20-foot walls and security guards armed with machine guns. They ain't fucking around.
Well, what's my favorite meme from 2017? They show pictures of all the new barricades around centers of what's called the target-rich environments, like
Yep.
during parades and shit. And it's like the reason European cities used to have walls around them is back.
Yep. I can't wait for the castles to start popping up again.
Hi,
I wonder
I've
what
always
modern
wanted to build a
castles will
castle.
look like.
Okay.
I live in the northwest of England. We got all the castles. We got castles on deck, boy.
Are you gonna start living in them again to protect yourself from suicide bombers?
We don't really have much of a like.
Because this is what it's like. You remember those castle defense games when you just have someone up on top of the wall shooting arrows at like the incoming horde of people trying to break in, and occasionally there'll be that one suicide bomber.
That's Britain 2018.
I was about to say, like, we don't have many terrorist attacks in the northwest, but we literally had like one of Britain's worst terrorist attacks in the northwest. So.
Well,
Congratulations, you've been diversified.
diversity is your strength, especially when you take people and you diversify them into pieces. In the name of Allah, it's the perfect diversification.
See, I can't get behind this like diversity is a bad thing, because like I feel like I'm a pretty balanced, good human being, and I'm
Okay, hold on.
absolute mark.
Hold on. Can I clarify the diversity thing? Diversity is not your strength, because the diversity you're looking for is not racial diversity. It is ideological diversity, and that's exactly how the postmodernist Marxists fucking get you. They start breaking up all the people into small little sections, so it makes it easier for them to control everyone in society. Because everyone who doesn't agree with you is a fucking Nazi. So they get together all these people that with conflicting points of view and conflicting ideas, conflicting religions, conflicting fucking mathematics, and then they're like, well, anyone who doesn't agree with each other is a fucking Nazi, and they force you into this place of cognitive dissonance where you have to agree with everyone, even though everyone's saying conflicting things. And the moment you disagree, you're a fucking Nazi fascist pig, and you deserve to be fucking sent to jail for having a pug react by lifting its paw.
I mean, nothing offends me more than pug paws. It's just the ultimate insult.
Exactly, especially if the pug belongs to a white cis male.
It makes me sick, man. It's just like...
Have you tried to get an anti-hyperallergenic pet?
I just would really like if he had a German Shepherd and did that. I think that would have been funny.
I think the pug actually made it funny. I think if it would have been a German Shepherd, I don't think it would have been as funny. Because the pug is like that cute little dog that girls carry around in their purse. That was
Yeah.
humor.
I think maybe if you made the video of like, now I'm thinking of ways to incorporate dogs into racial humor. This is an interesting train of thought. So if you had like a German Shepherd like respond to a white person, but then a Jewish person tried to give it commands, it wouldn't respond. That would be a good anti-Semitic dog video.
Okay, let's do that. Do you have any dogs?
I don't. I'm actually hopefully gonna get a German Shepherd.
I only
soon.
have a cat, and she's black, and she just lays around all day being lazy, doesn't work for any of her food, just eats my food, drinks my water, lives in my house, but does nothing to contribute to the society.
Mine's white and grey, and it's fat, and it just is fat. That's it.
Occasionally, my cat tries to steal from me. That's the worst.
I like those cats that just push it off the side. Like, you just put a glass too close to the edge and it's like, poop.
Yeah, see, they're assholes.
Cats are assholes. I think that's why they're great creatures. They just don't care.
That's why they're great? Oh, wait, Hero Morgs is here. Hi, Hero Morgs. How's it going?
Hi, I'm good.
You good? You seem depressed. Why do you seem depressed lately?
What?
We are live streaming, by the way. So say hi to
Ah,
the audience.
Hi, audience.
Hi. God,
Another
another
priest.
fucking message. How's your new year?
Boring.
Boring? Mine
Yeah.
too. Mine too. So is that it? Are we done? Are we done making fun of racist dogs? We're not gonna liken races, human races, to dog breeds.
Well, I think you were having a good time doing it until you changed the subject to talk about me. So
I'm sorry, I
kinda
just
wrong.
asked how you were. Forget that. Fuck you. Go fucking back to muting yourself.
Children, please play nicely with each other.
I'm not a child. I'm 30 goddamn years old, female.
I'm not a female. I actually have a massive dick.
That's our Kiwi, by the way.
That's a what?
Our Kiwi.
Wait, he has a penis?
Yes, he has a
No,
penis.
I don't.
It's
I'm
another
actually-
one of
I'm
the
actually-
traps in his Discord.
No,
We
I
have a lot of traps.
have a do. I do
Okay,
have.
I'm sorry. Transgendered cross-dresser.
I'm a female. I was born with all the female bits.
That
It's okay.
Some spare parts?
No, I would have liked a penis. I've always wanted to be able to piss my
see,
name and just.
transgenderism. It's always
No,
there.
no, I'm not. No, because I don't need a penis. I don't feel like I am a man. I would just sometimes like to be able to piss on stuff.
You can piss on stuff. I will send you videos of women standing up to pee, and they don't have penises.
Yeah,
All
you don't have a tube to aim with.
No,
like,
you do. I will show you a goddamn. I will.
like those
No, you
fucking
know what? You know what?
shoes.
Guys,
No,
live stream fucking over. I'm going to be sending you pictures of women